you're a vegan out there, you might be super stoked about this. If you're a woman, maybe not. See, the thing is, we have Robert Kennedy Jr. deciding that he's no longer going to follow in the steps of his father and be against the mob. He's going to go ahead and join a New York crime family called the Trump Organization, the Trump Syndicate, and he's throwing all of his support behind him. Why? I don't know. The guy's got a worm eating his brain. Who knows? I mean, this is the party of the party of the worm eating the worm brains. Hey, worm brain, how you doing? I'm doing fine, fine. Um, how do you get a worm into your brain? Is the question of the day. Well, you get a worm into your brain by eating nasty animal flesh. Robert Kennedy Jr. has said several times that he wouldn't eat a human or a dog, although he's been accused of eating a dog and was posted the person who accused him of eating a dog posted a picture of him with the dog carcass. RFK says no, 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 no. That was a goat. I'm pretty sure it was a goat. RFK Jr. doesn't know what kind of animals he's eaten. He had he loves to kill and eat animals, and then he blames vaccines for his what ails him. He'll blame vaccines for giving people autism, but doesn't understand that, hey, if you don't eat old nasty flesh, parasite ridden flesh, then you might not get brainworm. Eating dogs can give you brainworm. The guy eats dogs, although he says he doesn't. Also would never eat a human. He has to put that out there. If you have to tell people that you wouldn't eat a human, then you probably got other things going on, bro. Like, if you have to tell people, well, I wouldn't eat a human, it should go without saying. That's one of the things. Like, if someone tells you they wouldn't eat a human, um, it should give you pause. It should make you think, I didn't think you would eat a human. What are you saying, man? I never thought that about you. If you have to explain to people that you wouldn't eat a dog, there's something going on. This is a guy who supposedly found a dead bear cub on the road and decided to pick up the bear cub carcass, and he said he was going to slaughter the poor thing and use the bear's flesh for meat to eat, and use the bear's skin, I don't know, to make a hat or something. And that might seem weird, except that RFK Jr. had a giant freezer full of roadkill. It was part of his habit. He thought it was great. Free flesh. If he found roadkill, he wanted to have it in his freezer so he could eat the roadkill. And he just doesn't know where he's getting the brainworm. Where did this brainworm come? Maybe from all the roadkill, man. Maybe that's where it comes from. So he eats roadkill, but this time he forgot that he had a dinner reservation at a restaurant really close to Central Park in New York. So he took the dead bear cub and a bicycle and staged this situation where it looked like a bicycle hit the bear, and it was a mystery for over 20 years, and no one knew what happened. Turns out it was drunk RFK Jr. Uh, staging the incident. Police couldn't figure it out. They couldn't figure out why there was a bear in Central Park. They don't know how it got there. They knew that the bear was clearly killed in an accident. It's funny, for the thumbnail of this, I wanted an AI image of this this animal carrying a mangled corpse of a bear cub, but it was so gruesome I didn't want to use it. The AI representations of RFK putting a bear cub killed by a motorist into the Supreme what's into the Central Park. I couldn't I couldn't with good conscience use that image because the AI representation of it is far worse than what my imagination had made. I did not think the AI would make such a gory image of RFK Jr. dragging a bear corpse into Central Park. And we talked about it on the show before, but the thing is, this guy who hates animals clearly, if you love animals, then you should be happy that RFK Jr. did not find any support in the United States. There were a few weirdos who liked him, but most people determined that he was himself a crazy person and should not be here. Mm, I don't think that you should rest easy, though, because he threw his support behind a person who abuses women. So the animal abuser throws his support behind the female abuser, the human female abuser, and now you have um, all the weirdos that supported RFK Jr., all the brainworm fans are now supporting Donald J. Trump. And they appeared at a rally together with lots of fanfare. It was great. Everyone had a good time. Friends were made, backs were patted, and his father, Robert F. Kennedy, and his uncle, John F. Kennedy, and his other uncle, Teddy Kennedy, all rolled in their graves. Could you imagine having a son who. Ha- Can you imagine being the guy who breaks up the mafia in America? He's the gangbuster. He was the one. A lot of people think that's the real reason why he was killed, but I think that's all kind of conspiracy theory stuff. Let's just go with the accepted narrative for now, even though I'm suspect of all accepted narratives. He decided that he was going to go against the legacy of his father and join a crime family. Join the crime family. The Trump crime family. Hey, we got a lot of things. It'd be a shame if something went wrong around here. Hey. Holy crap. It's a horrible thing. Sounds like he'd get on well with Severidge. Yeah, he would. He would get along well with Severidge. He's roadkill, had a brain worm, and he had a freezer full of roadkill. He also thinks that that vaccines give you autism. God, don't worry about the autism, Robbie. Bobby, don't worry about the autism. Worry about the brain worms, my friend. Did I make it with ideogram? I think I did. I don't know. I switch off between ideogram and the other one, Leonardo. Good morning, Sky. Woke up and the sun is in my face. That's a beautiful thing to wake up to, isn't it? It's a beautiful thing to wake up to. I'm happy about that. You couldn't make it up. No, you couldn't. But I guess like the thing that I think is really interesting. Okay, other than the fact that Robert F. Kennedy's son joins the crime family, God, that's crazy to me. But also, the animal abuser could not find support in America, but the woman abuser can. Donald Trump has a lot of support in this country, and he is the abuser of women. He abuses women. I don't think that's too bold of a thing to say. No matter how you feel about politics, and I endorse none of them because none of them are vegan. If if Donald Trump can find support in America, where does that put women in the standing of this country? You have a man who abuses women running against a woman, which is hilarious, being supported by an animal abuser, RFK. Now, I'm glad RFK is gone, and I think that there's something to be said. Thank God America didn't go so bad as to support that crazy person. But look, Americans like animals more than women. There, I said it. someone finds an animal abuser, they're like, we're not going to support that, Canada. Are you crazy? We're not going to support an animal abuser. Okay, you're right. Let's not support an animal abuser. Thank God America is somehow sane enough to understand that they're not going to support an animal, not going to elect an animal abuser. But hold on, we have a woman abuser right here. Would that be okay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll vote for a woman abuser. Don't you worry. The only silver lining the only solace I can take from all this is that, well, two things. One, Americans once again prove that we are a country of animal lovers. Yes, I know we kill more animals than any other country in the world, but they do that out of sight. The people don't know what's going on. They're blissfully ignorant. And also, never forget that most Americans have never voted for Donald J. Trump. Never have done it. They've never done it. He's never won the popular vote. He's just a loser who somehow keeps getting into office. Well, he only got into office the one time. So, thank you. RFK Jr. lovers, here's something else a little hopeful. Here's a little hope for you. Um, Oklahoma, do you remember a while back we reported that Oklahoma teachers were going to be forced to use the Bible in classes, that they're going to have the 10 commandments in the schools. They're going to have to a statewide law saying that schools are going to have to teach the Bible and incorporate Bible stories into their teachings. Well, teachers aren't going to take it. I feel like this is going to be another Clarence Darrow and the monkey trials, the Scopes monkey trials. We just need we need someone to get fired over this so we can make it a Supreme Court issue. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see this play out. Oklahoma teachers were told to use the Bible. There's resistance from schools as students return. They're coming back. They got their school supplies. Can you imagine being a little kid? You got your little trapper keeper, your little Lisa Frank. You got your Lisa Frank folders. You got your new erasers and your new pencils. And you're like, I can't wait to go back to school. Did you bring your Bible? No. Here's a Bible. You're going to need this, kid. Why do I need a Bible? Because we're teaching it now. this is this is science class. Too bad we're going to use Bible studies to teach the Bible, to teach science. That's how we're going to do it. What the hell? Anyway, at least some people are standing up against it. And as they stand up against it, we're going to see we're going to see more and more interesting stuff happen. I'm actually looking forward to this. Oklahoma revokes the license of a teacher who gave class QR code to Brooklyn Library in book ban protest. The teacher gave the students a little code so they can get access to books that were banned. Don't worry, kids. I know that they're not going to let you read here in Oklahoma, but here you go. You can you could read any of these books online now. That's funny too. Try to ban the books. It's the 21st century, man. You can't ban books anymore. What's the matter with you? We got the internet, Pally. We got the internet. You think these kids can't use the internet? What are you thinking?